Aloha and welcome to Silverthunder's care and maintenance of our pool.
The first thing to do every week is to clean the strainer filter. And it's best to do that when the pump is going, usually between 8 and 10 o'clock in the morning. If the pump is not going, go into the garage and open up the bypass timer for the pump, like this, and switch it to on, like that. It'll automatically shut off on the next cycle at tomorrow morning. Okay, here we are at the skimmer. First thing to do is make sure the water's flowing. You can see it flowing in there. Then all you got to do is reach down, grab the bucket, and spill the contents over here. It doesn't need to be really clean because it's going to get dirty here in a few minutes anyway. The next thing on the list is to check the chemical levels with the test strips. Test strips are located in here and they look like this. Just take one test strip out, close it up good again so we don't lose them in the water, and then just dip this maybe a foot down in the water for a second, come back up, and then holding it from the bottom, you can check the colors. So here, total hardness looks like it's about okay, maybe a little low. Nothing you can do for total hardness being up or down. The total chlorine looks pretty good. It's ideal over here. If it's not, go put about a half or one whole full jug of Clorox in there. The next one is free chlorine. That looks like it's in the okay zone too. I don't think you'll ever see it in the high or very high. If it's in the very high, you probably don't want to go to swim in it for a few hours. The next one down is pH. This pH level looks pretty good. If it's way down more yellow over here, go to get the pH up chemicals and spread maybe a cup of it around in the pool at different places. If it looks too high, then go and get some pH down chemicals and do the same. Total alkalinity looks good. You can do the same. There's alkalinity up and down chemicals in the garage. And the cyanuric acid looks pretty good as well. Okay, once a week check the water levels. The water should be around this white line between the two blue tiles. If it's not, add more water. If it gets below, over here, the water won't go through into the skimmer and water will not go into the pump. The pump will be pumping dry and may burn up. Now we're checking the pressure in the filter. The pressure right now is about 19. If it gets to be up around 25 to 27, it's time to do the back flushing, which is the subject of another video. This floating chlorine dispenser is what keeps the pool continuously chlorinated. You just push the two red buttons together and then twist it, and you can see we've got probably about 2 chlorine tablets in there. We should probably have about 3, so let's go get some chlorine. The chlorine tablets are stored in this container here. Just push the red button in and twist it counterclockwise, and then go grab 1 or 2 of the chlorine tablets. I think we'll put 1.5 in here now. And careful not to breathe in the fumes. It gets a little chlorine-y. When this bucket is empty, there's another bucket in the garage. It's a rectangular one. I want to keep using this bucket. So take the tablets out of the rectangular one, put them back in here. The next step is to clean the debris out of the pool. So we're going to use the jet cleaner, but it Doing weekly maintenance, volume 2. So what we're going to do is just brush out the debris that's on this landing over here and also on the steps. Okay, now we're going to assemble the filter. The filter cloth has two sides. There's a smooth side and kind of a rough side. So we're going to put the smooth side out. It also has a red tag over here, which we want to be out, and we want it to be along the large part of the filter base. So we just put it on carefully like this, being careful not to bend these metal things because who knows how long this plastic is going to last. So we have to do this kind of gently. And as we do it, move these grommets up to the end points on the frame, like so. Once the grommets are at the end points of the frame, you can put this little holder on here, like so. And now we get the other side. Somewhere, there we go. And put this on. Now we have to pull this elastic part of the filter material down so that it's flat with the blue bottom all the way around. Flat on the bottom and flat on the side so it's not kind of curled up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now there's a little bit of a finicky kind of a thing. Take the Turbo T-Jet and put it. Sometimes this takes a little bit of patience to get in. So we'll try just sticking it in like this. It doesn't matter if you stick it in this way or you stick it in that way, it doesn't matter. And then get it all the way in. And you may have to go and use your fingers and pull the fabric in so that the fabric isn't stuck over here between the blue filter base and the actual machine. So you get this tab in like that, pull this up here, get the second tab in, looks like it's all there. We got everything in, we're good to go. We're going to let the cord unwind by just kind of letting it trail through where we're going. And we can put it in the water, just gently like that, and put the cable in the water, and then we're going to plug it in. It's time to plug in the Turbo T-Jet. So we'll get it out of here. Bring over the extension cord. Plug this into the extension cord and plug the flow machine. Just turn it on and you'll see this will start pushing the numbers. It'll start out with 60 seconds. If it's sunny during the day, I try to keep this from overheating and getting too sunny, so I put this on top. So now you should be able to see flow doing its thing. It'll be crawling up and down, and occasionally will stop and cool off or whatever it does, but it reverses direction by itself. Sometimes I poke it around to get it to clean areas that maybe it missed. Usually I leave it in for a couple, 3 hours or until all the debris is done. So let's see what happens when we take it out. When it's done cleaning, the first thing we do is shut the power off and unplug it, and then we go grab it. Come closer. So you can gently pull it over to where you are, but don't lift it out of the water with the cord. To get it out of the water, lift it by the blue handle, only the blue handle. Let some of the water drain out, and then pull it out over here, and open it up. Just push these 2 white buttons, and there's a lot of debris coming out there. Now, it has to be cooling off in the pool for 20 minutes. So since we just turned it off, we'll put it back in the pool for 20 minutes. When after the 20 minutes is done, we can just take it and put it underneath the cover behind the garage. So let's take a look and see how the washing goes. Pause. Okay, so we take these little holders off and put them in a safe place, like right over here. And now we carefully take off the filter bag, like so. Turn it inside out and drape it around this stand, like so. Pull the little grommets out, like that. And then adjust the sprayer flat. And just go to it. But first, you have to turn the water on. Okay, pause. Okay, after we're done with one side, then we just lift this up from the board like that and turn it around. If you lift it up just by this top part, the top part will come off, and you just push it back down. Now we hang it out in the clothesline behind the garage, and we are done with the weekly maintenance. Aloha.